It's a very fast-moving situation, as you noted. In fact, as I'm speaking to you, I'm hearing the updates come out on the Bloomberg terminal. We're now 2 days after President Trump dropped that bombshell revelation of what he said had been back-channel talks with Iran on an end to this war, potentially imminently, and giving a 5-day reprieve on some of the U.S. bombing in order to allow that to happen. We're also 1 day ahead of what had been speculated over, which is a peace summit or a peace conference, bringing the sides together in Pakistan. However, now we're hearing that the Iranians are having none of it. They haven't even confirmed that those back-channel talks were going on in the first place. They're saying that the positions or the demands put forward by the Americans, which are essentially Iranian capitulation peaceably on points that Israel and the United States went to war to stop through force, that's a non-starter for the Iranians. And in fact, they're coming back with their own demands now, which effectively are for guaranteed immunity for this Iranian regime, a guarantee of no resumption of war, and for compensation for war damages. Very ambitious, given the rhetoric, given the extent of this war, given that the way the U.S. and Israel have described this was a necessary war to prevent major threats to their national security and indeed geostrategic grievances against Iran going back decades. So it seems the sides are digging in. It does not appear that there's any real prospect of a breakthrough, of an accommodation. I imagine, should that situation hold, we'll be going back to full force fighting in the very near future.
Dan, can you give us a sense of who are the main players involved here? On the U.S. side, Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner, and increasingly the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, are kind of the lead negotiators. Pakistan has offered to be a mediator, but who on the Iran side is the U.S. negotiating with? I mean, it's not really clear because the power structure has changed so much there.
It certainly isn't clear. And to my knowledge, President Trump has not named the senior Iranian official that he says he's been in touch with or his administration, other than to say it's not the supreme leader, the son of the late supreme leader Khamenei, who hasn't been seen in public since the killing of his father and his sub rosa appointment as his father's successor. As you recall, there's some suggestion he may have been wounded. He may even have been killed. He's been communicating with the nation through written statements read out over national broadcasters. It's not clear who's negotiating. It's not clear if there is anyone capable of representing the state. And for all we know, perhaps this figure alluded to by President Trump is an opposition figure or someone soon to be in the opposition, someone they're trying to peel away from the regime to handle a post-war, more peaceable, more cooperative regime, government administration rule in post-war Iran. It's anyone's guess, but insofar as this being a prospect for a diplomatic resolution that would stop the war now or in the foreseeable future, it really does sound like a non-starter.